Welcome to Deep Dive. Today, we're really jumping into something big. It's how artificial intelligence is. Well, it's completely changing how businesses get started. We're looking at everything from sparking the initial idea to, building it out super fast. So, our mission here is really about pulling out the key insights from a bunch of different sources, looking at AI's impact on entrepreneurship, validating ideas, getting products built. And there's this paradox, right? It's fascinating. AI makes it easier than ever, almost trivially easy sometimes, to launch something, maybe even hit $1 million fast. But at the same time, building something that lasts, something with real, sustainable value. That's getting harder. Because if you can vibe code a competitor over a weekend using AI tools, where's your edge?
Exactly. That ease of building, it just means the competition is, well, it's intense. And if you look at the bigger picture here, the old advantages, they're kind of fading. The real moats, the things that protect your business in this AI era, they're not just about having the best tech anymore. It's increasingly about distribution, how you reach customers, unique data you might have, and strong network effects. Just building a cool tool, that's often not enough now.
That really shifts things, doesn't it? Thinking about advantage that way. So, okay, finding that first idea, that's often the biggest hurdle. Is AI just making it faster? Or is it fundamentally changing how we find ideas, like giving us a better map?
It's definitely giving us a much better map and maybe a faster car too. Our sources talk about this gold mining framework. And the big shift isn't just speed, though it is fast. It's about systematically finding these underserved, deeply felt human needs, not just guessing, which, takes a lot of the risk out of that very first stage. One source even claimed you could go from zero to a potential $1 million idea, maybe even a landing page, in like 45 minutes without any coding.
Okay, 45 minutes. Wow. Let's
Yep.
unpack that framework. Where do you even begin digging for that gold?
Well, the first step really is picking a broad market. Focusing on core human needs where people are already spending money. Think health, wealth, relationships. That reduces your risk right off the bat.
Right, starting where the demand is proven.
Exactly. Then you use something they call an AI market idea expander prompt. So let's say you're interested in health, specifically stress management. The AI can help you drill down into sub-niches like physical stress relief or maybe mental stress, or even further into meditation or mindfulness apps. These all become potential markets to explore more deeply.
Okay, so AI suggests these niches. How do you know if people actually want something in that niche? Beyond just the AI saying so.
Yeah.
Our sources show AI plus other tools make this super fast, right? Like Google searches.
Yeah, absolutely. You use Google, maybe with extensions like Keyword Everywhere to see search volumes, related keywords, quick check. And then Google Trends, which AI can enhance now. It helps you see not just current volume, but maybe predict shifts, spot emerging trends.
Like the co-parenting app example they mentioned.
Precisely. That showed, what, 40,000 searches, a solid growing trend? And it's based on real human needs, societal shifts, not just some tech fad. That makes it feel, viable.
Okay, so you've got a potentially viable market. But where do you find the specific problems people are having, the real pain points?
Ah, well, Reddit is described as an absolute goldmine for this, seriously. It's where people talk openly, often anonymously, about their frustrations. You get these long, detailed threads.
How do you find the right threads, though? Reddit's huge.
There's a technique. Using advanced Google searches, something like site.reddit.com, then the subreddit, like innerrole.arco parenting, and then terms like I feel or are, I think, or I was. That query specifically targets posts where people are expressing personal feelings and frustrations in their own words.
That's clever. So you get this raw data, people just venting or asking for help. Then what? How does AI make sense of all that text?
You feed that raw conversation data into an AI, like ChatGPT or similar, and you use specific prompts like extract pain points. The AI then goes through it, categorizes the problems, and importantly, pulls out direct quotes from users.
Wow. So it links the problem to actual evidence.
Exactly. Like it might identify pressure to be friends with an ex and then show a quote like, it's hard co-parenting with your abuser. Real stuff. Then you use another prompt, a market gap generator. This uses a framework to turn those pain points into concrete business ideas. Like the example Co-Parent Ally, a platform for high conflict situations, maybe with tools for documentation, filtered communication.
That's incredibly specific. It's like targeted solution design based directly on expressed need. Almost like, yeah, crowdsourcing market research without people knowing it.
It really is. And, looking broader, there are other AI tools popping up that try to automate the scanning of subreddits for ideas. Though there are caveats, some tools might latch on to a single recent post, not necessarily a widespread need. So validation is still key.
Right. And those AI revenue estimates they mentioned.
Yeah, the sources are clear on that. Treat them purely as brainstorming fuel. They should not be trusted as actual forecasts for your business plan. They're just directional.
So the big takeaway here seems to be AI's power for precision, finding real problems in niche markets, especially by looking at, like, repetitive manual work people complain about in professional communities. Accountants, lawyers.
Exactly. Those subreddits are full of it. People complaining about Excel, copying and pasting. One source had a great line. Every export button is an opportunity. Basically, anywhere there's friction or manual effort, AI might offer a solution.
Okay, so AI helps you find and validate the idea. Now, the really disruptive part, building it fast, this is that vibe code era we mentioned. There was that amazing story. Someone with no coding background built a six-figure business in 5 days.
Yeah, the General AI Proficiency Institute. It's pretty wild. They used AI tools, specifically mentioning Replit, to build assessments, training, AI certifications for companies and their staff.
5 days.
And Replit is highlighted because it's sort of an all-in-one platform aimed at non-developers too. It bundles tools for building the thing, managing content, even launching ads, everything integrated.
And the cost was tiny, right?
Yeah. Reportedly, yeah. Like $122 for deploying the first version, which is just incredible, really, for launching a functional business.
Okay, so for someone wanting to try this vibe coding,
Yeah.
any practical tips from the sources on using tools like Replit effectively with AI?
Yeah, a couple of good ones. First, create documentation for the AI, like readme.md and progress.md files. Use an LLM, like ChatGPT, to write these. They outline the project's goals, the tasks needed. It gives the AI agent context so it knows what you're trying to build and can track progress.
So you guide the AI with clear instructions.
Exactly. And use specific prompts like plan before coding to get an outline first, or limit scope for precision if you just want the AI to change one small thing so it doesn't mess up other part of the code. Guardrails, basically.
Makes sense. Keep the AI focused. Now, another tool mentioned was Vercel V0, rebuilding websites in 30 seconds.
Yeah, another game changer for front-end stuff. Rebuilding a site that quickly, stunning.
And that led directly to a business idea, didn't it?
It did. The idea of an AI-powered web design agency. You find local businesses with, let's be honest, ugly websites. Use Vercel V0 or similar to automatically generate a much better version. Then you approach them. Hey, I already built you a better site. Look.
With Bold.
Bold, but potentially effective. You charge a flat fee, maybe $500, plus like $20 a month for hosting. It's presented as kind of low-hanging fruit for getting that first million, leveraging that insane AI speed.
So when you hear about this speed, this accessibility, building things in days, not months, what really jumps out to you just lowers the barrier so much.
It fundamentally changes the economics of starting something.
Which loops us right back to that paradox we started with. It's never been easier to build $1 million business. But it's also never been easier to lose all your equity value because competition is fierce and copying is easy.
Yeah, that's the core tension. It forces a rethink of competitive advantage. If your amazing AI product can be replicated quickly because the building tools are so accessible, what makes you defensible? This really begs the question about long-term survival, doesn't it?
It does, if the code itself isn't the moat.
Right. The sources keep coming back to distribution, unique data advantages, network effects, things that are harder to copy than just features.
So given that, what's the strategy for building something sustainable, something with a real moat in this AI world?
One interesting strategy proposed is this. Buy or build media businesses first, then layer AI solutions on top.
Media first. Why?
Because it builds an audience, a community, trust. The focus should be on high-value niches, not just mass audiences. Build that community before you introduce the tools. The community, the trusted brand that becomes the moat.
Like TechCrunch maybe, or event series like South by Southwest or TED. They build huge communities around content and ideas first.
Exactly that kind of model. The audience and brand are hard to replicate quickly.
Okay, so beyond building the product, AI seems critical for building the business itself. For efficiency, insights. What specific AI tools are successful entrepreneurs actually using day to day, according to the sources?
Yeah, lots of examples. For sales intelligence, finding and understanding leads, there's Gumloop. Analyzing potential value, best outreach times. For just managing the chaos, Lindy gets mentioned. processing email, handling calendars, even summarizing like 250 sent emails to quickly get project status. Imagine that.
Wow. Summarizing sent mail. That's clever.
And then there's Manus AI. This one sounds pretty powerful. It's described as a multi-agent system. People are using it for candidate screening, analyzing financial reports with the depth of, say, a JP Morgan analyst.
Seriously.
Apparently. Also, contract review, creating highlight reels from audio calls, turning messy notes into structured tables. It can reportedly analyze multiple complex documents simultaneously, doing research tasks that used to take ages or cost a fortune.
That's like having a superhuman research assistant,
Yeah,
or maybe a whole team of them.
pretty much. It points towards AI not just building products, but running the operations much more efficiently.
On that research note, the sources also talked about AI for more formal research, like scoping literature reviews. This sounds academic, but how is it relevant for entrepreneurs?
It's highly relevant, actually. Scoping reviews help you map out what's known in a broad field, identify gaps, maybe spot emerging trends or opportunities, especially useful in fast-moving areas like, say, technology innovation management, where things change constantly. They cast a wider net than traditional, really narrow reviews.
Okay, so how does AI help with that? What are the benefits?
Speed is a huge one. Rapidly screening thousands of articles, patents, whatever, removing duplicates automatically. That saves massive amounts of time. Organization, too. AI can help cluster topics, tag themes automatically, helping you see the structure of the knowledge. It makes analysis scalable. You can handle way bigger data sets, keep things updated dynamically as new stuff comes out.
Less human error, too, I suppose.
Potentially, yeah. Consistent screening, less fatigue bias. Plus, AI can summarize complex papers, help detect trends you might miss, and ultimately it saves costs by freeing up human researchers or entrepreneurs to focus on higher-level thinking and interpretation.
But there have to be downsides, right? Limitations.
Absolutely, and the sources are critical here. AI tools can hallucinate, basically, make stuff up, invent references, misquote things. Verification is essential. They often lack deep contextual understanding. They might simplify complex ideas or miss nuances. And bias is a big one. They reflect biases in their training data, maybe overrepresenting English language research or newer papers, ignoring foundational work.
What about non-academic stuff, like industry reports?
Good point. They often struggle with gray literature, white papers, policy briefs, market reports, which can be super important for practical business insights.
Well, the bottom line seems to be, you can't just let the AI run wild.
Definitely not. Human oversight is non-negotiable. AI is a powerful assistant. It augments human expertise, but it doesn't replace it. You still need domain knowledge, critical thinking, ethical judgment. You have to verify the AI's output, cross-check sources, make the final calls.
Okay, let's bring this back to concrete ideas. We talked about the vibe code era, the need for moats. Let's look at a few specific million-dollar ideas mentioned that use AI. And maybe we can think about, are these quick wins or built to last?
Sounds good. One idea was secure MCP. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Think of it like a super secure way for AI models like ChatGPT to access private data like your company's finances, but only for specific questions, keeping the rest locked down tight.
Okay, so like a secure data gateway for AI.
Exactly. And the business opportunity is to build the one password of MCT. Basically, a trusted brand where security is the main selling point for analyzing sensitive data. If you can build that trust, that feels like it could have legs, a potential moat.
Interesting. What else?
Then there was the Bank of Vibe Coding, an AI-powered lending platform just for these rapid AI developers. Instead of complex loan applications, it uses AI for quick approval, maybe based on things like social media traction or Stripe revenue.
And it takes a cut of profits instead of interest.
Yeah, that was the model mentioned. It automates something that would normally be an administrative nightmare, small loans based on future potential. Could be big, could be risky.
Okay, and then there was one that sounded very TikTokable, message maxing.
Ah, yes. The app that analyzes your text messages to spot toxic traits in your friends, or maybe how you come across, or even who you're neglecting.
Yikes. Seems potentially viral, though.
Totally. Perfect for viral marketing.
Yeah.
But it feels like a prime example of what the sources call a Cal AI business.
Right, California AI. Quick launch, potentially high cash flow, maybe burns bright but fast.
That's the vibe, yeah. Huge potential for a quick win, but maybe not a 10-year company.
Which brings us right back to that core tension, doesn't it?
It does. You have one view saying almost all these businesses will be zeros in 5 years.
Yeah.
Just ephemeral. But the counter view is, look, it's so hard to predict even 5 months from now. things are moving that fast, maybe some will find a way to stick.
I think the most useful takeaway, maybe the most honest one from the sources, was that line, the businesses that are easiest to start are often the worst businesses to be in long term.
That rings true. Lower barriers often mean more competition, less defensibility.
And this is important, that doesn't mean you shouldn't start one. Making your first million with a Cal AI type business, that's still a massive achievement, life-changing for many. It's just about understanding the game you're playing.
Absolutely. It's about managing expectations and strategy.
So, wrapping things up for today's deep dive, we've really seen AI's incredible power, both for finding ideas with things like the gold mining framework and for building them incredibly fast in this vibe code era.
Right, but we've also hit hard on the need for moats beyond just the tech itself, thinking about distribution, data, community, network effects.
And that crucial balance, the need for human oversight alongside AI automation. AI helps. It doesn't replace critical thinking or ethics.
Definitely. And we've seen that spectrum of opportunities from those potentially short-term, high-cash flow Cal AI plays to attempts at building more sustainable, moat-protected ventures.
It leaves us with a lot to think about.
It really does. And maybe that's the question for you listening. What do you think? If you're building something or thinking about it, are you aiming for the short-term win? Or are you trying to build for the long haul in this crazy, fast-moving AI landscape? Something to chew on.
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you'll continue exploring as AI keeps reshaping, well, pretty much everything.